Hey guys, we're back in the van. I wanted to hop on here and just chit chat about some of the things I've been thinking about the last couple of days, and primarily some of my goals that I have for this year. That's what I want this vlog to be about. So yeah, if you're new here, my name's Amanda. If we haven't met, I am a full-time student, pre-med, and full-time mom to 4. Just living through life and on the journey. Last year was very hectic for me. It was full of a lot of just a lot of things, a lot of school. I was a surrogate for friends, so a lot of very, very pregnant moments pretty much the entire year, and it was a lot, and I'm ready to have my year back, have my time back, and do something with it. So I've been thinking a lot about goals I have for myself and things I want to do and all the above. So that's what this video is going to be about. I am driving on my way home now from class. We also had a meeting for our FHL club, Future Healthcare Leaders, and that was rather interesting. We're just coming from that now. So yeah, heading home. Want to get a couple things done, and then I'm going to be spending quite a bit of time studying. If you haven't watched any of my previous videos, I've just started back to spring semester, and I'm taking pretty much a full course load. Today is Thursday, January 22nd, and there's a lot that I need to get started on, and a couple things I need to actually wrap up and get done that are already due. But yeah, back to the goals. So one of the things that I have decided is a huge goal for me, and I'm really stepping outside my box, my comfort zone, and all the things, is getting my channel up and running. I want to do a YouTube channel for so many reasons. You know, one of the big reasons is just to give myself an outlet to, you know, share all the things that I love or the journey that I'm on, and also to, you know, basically leave that legacy. I'm not one of those parents that takes a picture every 5 minutes of my kids. And yeah, the channel is about me and not my kids, but it'll give them something to come back to, you know, down the road, and be able to watch, you know, different parts of and aspects of, you know, the things that I like in my life and things. So there's not one specific niche here. You're not going to find that on this channel. You're going to find a handful of things, probably more than a handful, with all my shenanigans. But yeah, so primarily it's going to be a lot of vlogging. I think that's going to be something I want to do daily. In fact, that's one of my goals that I'll talk about. I want to start doing a study with me, because I will be spending so much time. I do spend so much time studying. Why not have a study with me? I thought that would be really neat and interesting, and give me a better perspective on my own study habits and you know, things of all that nature. I've been reselling on eBay, really part-time, but I want to kind of pick that up a little bit, and I want to share that experience. Maybe some grocery hauls and just, you know, a day in the life things here and there on campus or whatnot. So yeah, that's kind of like what my vibe is and where I want to go with this channel. And this is the year 2026 that I'm going to actually step out of my comfort zone and do those things and get it done, and make it happen. I started this channel, I want to say back in 2019, right before COVID. I had good intentions of sharing my first surrogacy journey, and I did. I shared quite a bit, but then I think it kind of trailed off. And that was a pretty big deal, that pregnancy. It was twins I carried for my friends, so it was a lot. Just in general, throughout that whole time frame. I also was a student at that point. I was in school to become an RN. So yeah, there was a lot going on, and I had hoped to share my journey back then throughout RN school and all the things, and that didn't really go far. I think I did like 1 video or 2 videos, and it was like so intense, that program, that it was really hard for me to, let alone, like, it was just really hard, all the things, and have smaller kids, and let alone to try and like think about, you know, vlogging and whatnot. But some of the goals I have for myself, you know, just to kind of lay it out for you, and what I like to do and will do and plan to do. And then it came to me that I need some pen and paper time to put things down literally on paper and map out all the things, all the aspects of what I want. There is something else, but I haven't really talked about that. But I don't think I'm going to talk about it. I'll talk about it another time down the line as I get closer to looking into fulfilling that goal. It definitely has some business aspects to it. Well, no, it definitely does have a business aspect to it, but I'm not quite ready to talk about that just yet. I have started picking up a new hobby, something in art, like doing some artsy stuff and whatnot, so maybe I'll be sharing some of that. But this road is still full of snow. Our weather, we're supposed to be getting like a snowstorm this weekend. I don't know. Not really looking forward to that. But on my way to school, it's not like just jump on the interstate and get off, you know, 5 exits down. I literally drive all these little back end roads through, not the woods, but, you know, farmland and stuff like that. And yeah, they're still covered in snow from the snow that we got overnight. So, you probably can hear it. We probably got some ice hiding underneath there. The sun has been out, which has been great. The temperatures are up, but still it's pretty sloshy, and there's still some, definitely can see icy spots on the road. Oh, this one's completely snow covered. I wish I could flip my camera around when I'm like talking to you guys, but that's not an option. But yeah, trying not to get sidetracked here. One of the goals that I just recently thought of was I want to be vlogging every day and uploading every day. I have heard different people set themselves up with different goals and different things they want to do, certain timelines and all the things. I think I am all for it. I'm going to set myself a goal to sliding on the snow here, to do a vlog every single day that is long form, so it's not a short, it has to be long form. And I just kind of, whatever's going on, whatever comes to mind, there's gonna be no rhyme or reason to it. But yeah, I want to do that every single day for the next like 200 and something plus days. My goal is to make it to my birthday in August, and keep that to myself, keep that promise to myself that I can hop on, whether I'm in a car like I am now, on a drive to or from or wherever I'm going or whatever I'm doing, or while I am taking a break from a study with me session, right? I don't know, everywhere, wherever. I just want to do a long form video and get it uploaded. I think that's going to really help me to get out of my shell, get into more of a comfortable zone to be filming and being on camera and things like that, because it it can be tough. There's got to be days where, nobody wants to do anything. So that'll be a way for me to, learn to work around or work with adversities and just, doing things that I don't want to do, forcing myself into that, if you will, which I think is a good thing, to get outside of your box and whatnot. So, but yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and kind of talk about what I want 2026 to look like. I have some content ideas coming up because as I mentioned in the previous video, I do not have a job currently. I am jobless as a full-time student. Single parent, trying to pull it all off and bring it all together. I made the decision that I was going to go to school full-time so I can be done quicker and sooner and moving on to the next leg of my journey. So I want to say I've done pretty well with that. I've taken the baby steps approach. I did go to LPN school first, and then I went to RN school and became an RN. And now, well, not now, I've been, on this grind now at the university. I've been a student since the spring of 24. And technically I could wrap it up and graduate and walk this May, but there is that aspect of pre-med, and in my program that I am currently in, I basically tacked on all of my sciences so I could fulfill everything that I would need to complete an application for med school. And I, at this stage, will complete everything for the bachelor's program that I'm in, which is Healthcare Administration and Management, HCAM for short. But I'm missing 2 science classes that will not be done by the end of this semester. So that's kind of where I'm hung up at. I did sit down and speak with someone yesterday. I had an appointment yesterday morning at the Success Center to have my resume reviewed and my LinkedIn account looked at, and a little review there. And then part of the conversation, I brought up how I'm kind of like in the trenches of where I should be doing. Do I hunker down and just, wait until, stay on the books, if you will, or stay on with the program and fulfill those 2 science courses and graduate and walk in come this winter, in December of this year? Or is there an opportunity for me to go ahead, be completely done in May, at the end of May, and graduate and walk so I can have that, bachelor's behind my name now and on my resume, and then just come back and focus on those 2 classes as they open up, because they're not available. The only one that's available now is the one that I should have been taking that I didn't take this past previous semester. So I would have had myself set up to complete everything, but like I said, that didn't happen as I had planned last year with the pregnancy, and just the logistics of the campus and my class load that I had. I ended up dropping that class without penalty, so I could, kind of focus more on self-care and myself and get the best and better grades in other courses that I was in. And a big thing for me was I did not want to do poorly in that science class, which was organic chemistry. So yeah, that was how I felt about that, and it really impacted me as far as having all my feels, because I worked really hard over the spring and the summer to fulfill my prereqs for that OChem class, which, if you know, it's chemistry. You gotta take chem, general chem 1 and 2. You have labs. Physics, I think, was a prerequisite, which I took over the summer. You know, so I worked really, really hard to get those slots, and there's not a ton of slots open for these science courses because it can get very saturated for people that are in those actual degrees, you know, those majors. So yeah, it was it really bummed me out that I dropped that, and I had to, you know, basically sit out and messed up my opportunity to graduate in May with everything done and under my belt. But I can't go back in time. I can't let it, you know, ruin me moving forward and my goals. And I will, you know, I will have it done. So it's just a matter of when. But like I said, that was a big part of me going full time and not dragging it out, because if I had gone part time, I literally would still have so much to do. Literally, I took a full load over the summer each year. I just took winter classes this past winter. Well, it's still winter obviously, but the winter session itself, I took 2 classes. So yeah, I've really put my foot down about wanting to get done the faster that I can instead of dragging it out. And you know, I'm really proud of that, because it's not an easy task, especially when as a single parent and with 4 kids and working. You know, I was going to school and working. I was working, and then I was going to school and working again, and then I was just going to school, and then I was working and not going to school. And then, you know, here I was just working, very pregnant, going to school full time, very pregnant, and I even changed jobs, which was really nice because I was able to find a position as a nurse working remotely from home. That was amazing, but it was questionable. The work was questionable, and I had some concerns, and there was a lot of communication issues. So that's what got dropped. I'll have to do another video on that and talk about it a little bit more. But that is why I'm currently jobless. It was right before the holidays, and not a lot of people were looking to hire. I had just delivered a little baby boy, and you know, I was on maternity leave and kind of limited to physically what I was capable of doing and returning to. I also have my youngest child is on the spectrum, so I also I need to work around her schedule and her things in different situations as well. So the goal is that I can find another position working remotely from home that will fulfill this crazy unicorn role that I'm looking for. Unicorn role, working from home remotely. I almost like just answered my own question. Okay, like, what am I doing? I'm creating content right now. I'm talking to you guys, and I'm pouring my heart out, and you know, doing a little vlogging. That's my unicorn role. That's my unicorn role. We gotta get it going. So I've set my goal that I'm gonna vlog every single day. I'm gonna upload every single day up until my birthday, which is in August, towards the end of August. I'll fill you in on more details on what I'm thinking or planning on doing with that. But yeah, so this will be, I'm concluding this to be day 3, because I uploaded my first day getting to campus and then yesterday. So this will be day 3. I'm not planning on doing a crazy lot of heavy editing and things like that, so it'll be what it will be. The goal is to just get it out there and get moving with this. So yeah, I'm excited. I think that as long as I can get a pattern and a rhythm going, and some momentum behind me, I can get it going, because I am definitely dedicated to and passionate about what I want my 2026 to look like. And I have some goals. And I can't wait. So I am going to sign off here. I think this is a good stopping point, and then we can pick up with the next thing, the next I don't know. I'm trying to think what the next thing might be, but I really don't know. I have so many different ideas that I really don't know. You'll probably see me post about a no, I didn't go to Costco. I went to Sam's. A Sam's haul. I'll probably do one of those next after this video. And then I also have a video coming out where I went to the storage unit, so I'll have to do one on that for yins too. All right, well, peace out. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I got someone on my butt. I got my neighbor all in my driveway. But I am home. You guys take it easy and peace out. Bye.